Right. So the topic is projectile motion part 2. In part 1 we discussed about the equation of trajectory, and here we are going to discuss about the time of flight, maximum height as well as horizontal range. Okay. So look at this diagram. So this is the object which is projected with some initial velocity u. So this initial velocity vector makes an angle theta with respect to horizontal component. So the horizontal component will be u cos theta. Exactly, the perpendicular component will be u sin theta. Okay. So coming to the time of flight. So already I wrote the definition here. Time of flight is defined as the total time spent by a body in air during the time of motion. Okay. So look at here. This is the initial position of the body, right? So I'm sending with some initial velocity. So because of this initial velocity, the body is moving like this and finally touches the ground, isn't it? So definitely from ground to ground, it takes some time in air. So that is called time of flight. So to calculate the time of flight, we will use the second equation of motion. What is the second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. So when the body reaches to the ground, there is no vertical displacement. So let us take this displacement is 0 is equal to, during the time of motion, the component will be u sin theta. So u is called u sin theta into t, and in vertically upward direction acceleration due to gravity is negative. So minus half gt square. Okay. So bring this minus half gt square left side. Therefore half gt square is equal to u sin theta into t. So left side one time and right side one time cut. Finally gt by 2 is equal to u sin theta. From this t is equal to 2 into u sin theta by g. Okay. So this is the time of flight equation. Coming to the maximum height. So look at this diagram again. This is the initial position of the body. We are projecting with some initial velocity u. Because of that, the body is moving in trajectory path and the particle exactly reaches here. Okay. So the time taken by a body from ground to maximum height is called height of the object, isn't it? So to calculate the maximum height, we will use third equation of motion, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay. So exactly at highest location, after reaching this point, there is no vertical component of velocity, because after reaching this highest point, the body is coming downward only, right? So this v square becomes 0 minus, in vertically upward direction, what is the component? U sin theta. So instead of u, I am taking u sin theta whole square is equal to, upward means acceleration becomes negative. So minus 2g into h. So u into square, u square. So minus u square sin square theta is equal to minus 2gh. So left side minus, right side minus cut. We are going to calculate maximum height, right? So bring this h left side. H is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Okay. So coming to the last one, that is maximum horizontal range. Look at here. This is the initial position. We are sending the body with some initial velocity. Because of that, the body is moving like this and finally it touches the ground, isn't it? So from ground to ground, how much distance the body was covered, that is called horizontal range. So we know that speed formula v is equal to x by t, isn't it? So we are going to calculate range. So bring this x left side. X is equal to v into t, where v is called u cos theta, because along horizontal direction velocity will be cos component. So instead of v, I am taking u cos theta into t means time of flight. What is the time of flight formula? 2u sin theta by g. 2u sin theta by g. Okay. So u into u square, 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So in trigonometry, there is a formula 2 sin theta cos theta value is sine 2 theta. Okay, so therefore u square as it is I am writing 2 sine theta cos theta value is sine 2 theta by g. So let us assume this x is replaced by r, because range or distance both will be same. Okay, so instead of x I took r. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you so much.